This will be my 4th year coming up as a professional, and before that so this is my job. So my job is to train, and I train every day. I started riding, so I'm 32 years old now. I didn't start riding until I was 24 years old. So I didn't start any of this until later in life for me.
What sports did you do when you were a kid?
I grew up, because I grew up north, I grew up playing hockey and skiing. Those were my sports. So I really didn't get it. I wasn't into summer sports, so I didn't start swimming until I was 24 years old. I really didn't start running until that time as well. I started when I moved to Texas because there's not many hockey programs around in triathlon where there's different distances, where the shortest distance is called a sprint, and then the longest distance, formal distance that we race, is called Ironman. That's what they just call the distance. So the Ironman, we swim 2.4 miles, then we bike 112 miles, and then we run a full marathon, 26.2 miles. So that's a long day.
What kind of bike is this?
This is, the name of the brand is Quintana Roo. Actually, this is a brand new bike. I've only done 2 rides on it so far. This is a little different than, have you seen like a road bike that it has the drops? Yeah.
I have a road bike.
Okay. They're just a little bit different, and the biggest difference is in what we call seat angle. So in a road bike, this seat's going to be just a little further back. Not a lot, maybe a couple centimeters, an inch or so. But when it brings you further forward, what it does is it makes it more comfortable for me to sit up in this position. We call this the arrow position, because I'm going to be sitting hunched over. Yeah. And it's really hard. And it's good to ride a road bike first, because a road bike's going to be a little more stable in handling it. The way when you're sitting and you're holding on to your handlebars, it'll be more stable. This is a little less stable, so once you spend some time riding, you'll get a little more comfortable and a little more stable on the bike, and then think about it changes. The salt water's a little different. It's a little more buoyant, and it depends, like in Hawaii where the world champs are, the water's warm, so you don't need a wetsuit. So I brought, so when the water's cold, for us, we swim in wetsuits, which keep us warm here. Almost like the skin on a seal, like if you kind of imagine a seal or a dolphin, they coat this so it slides through the water better. Right. So what I wear, and don't worry, I've never worn these. I actually took these out of the package this morning, so they're clean. You don't have to be grossed out. So what I wear in a race is shorts and what we call triathlon shorts and a triathlon top. So the shorts, let me talk about the shorts. Cycling, but it's thinner than a cycling short. Cycling shorts are really thick, and the reason these are thinner is that then you can run in them. On the top, we wear, it's kind of like a tank top, but it's tighter. And the idea is when you're cycling, it won't flap in the wind. So it'll be a little tighter than like a running tank top. And these will have a zipper, so if you get hot while you're running, you can unzip them. And these will have pockets on the side, and in the pockets we can stuff food for the race. So if I'm carrying gels, I can stuff them in my pockets.
What are gels?
Oh, great question. So these are kind of like sugar, just sugar. Helmets. So for training and racing, I have 2 different helmets. Training, I wear a normal cycling helmet that you'll see. I think you guys carry cycling helmets?
Yes. Well, we don't carry them, but everyone gets a free one today.
Yeah, so that's how I train. In a race, we use a little different helmet. We call these arrow helmets. You see the shape? So, why do you think it's that way?
Tell me, maybe we should get it.
Exactly. So this is designed so when it's on and we're sitting in that position, see how that, if I'm sitting on my bike, See how that touches my back? That slips through the wind better than just a regular helmet, so it makes you go faster. So that shape helps you slide through the wind. That for certain accomplishments, I get a pizza slice sticker. So this, I actually have to take all these off for this year, but these are my accomplishments for last year.
So it's like times that you make, or personal
yeah,
best?
he and I kind of did, so top 10 in an Ironman race, top 10 in a half Ironman race. If I have a top 5 bike split, if I set my own personal record time, if I beat someone who is formally in the top 10 in the world. On the bike, I wear cycling shoes, and these you don't want to touch.
They're a little nasty.
They're a little nasty, and I don't wear socks when I bike, so, and these are old. So these are specifically for cycling, and they're Velcro, and which makes them easy to get in and out of. And the difference, these will fit tighter than a running shoe. They don't have any cushioning like a running shoe, but you don't need cushion because you're not pounding the ground. So it's really just a Velcro strap, and then the bottom of the shoe, if you can see that, we call this the cleat. And what this does is that clips into our pedals. So it's going to be a little different than like the bike that you grew up riding, where you just step on it and pedal. It's actually pretty simple. It looks harder than it is. So when you clip in, you just kind of, there's different types of pedals that they sell, and they all clip a little bit differently, but they're pretty much all kind of the same concept. You put your toe in, and then when you step down, it clips in.
It's kind of like